Hey guys, I just wanted to share with you um, where we are all at. I shouldn't speak for other people, but I am observing a lot right now and would love to speak to how it feels to be a priestess at this time, a magi at this time, and to speak to the incredible transition that we are in. I feel that even if your life seems to be falling apart right now, even if you're under attack, let's say, quote unquote, that the universe is conspiring for our good, for the collective good. And we cannot be defeated. So even if you feel like you're battling the dark forces and you feel like you are under attack and you are just being pummeled right now, I want you to hear this. I want you to witness this. The deep, abiding peace that comes with knowing that you are an emanation of source energy. That your love, your unconditional, profound love, can wash over all hatred, all life. No matter what anyone else is doing, you have the choice point to make a decision in any moment to choose love. And when we are triggered, and our triggers cause reactions in our body, sensitivities, PTSD symptoms, for example, it can be incredibly difficult to stop in that moment and find your center and find your place within of deep knowing of that abiding, infinite source, light, energy of love. But here's the thing. The choices that we make determine our reality, right? Our reactions or our responses to things determine how our life operates. We do not have control of what happens outside of our response to things. We can only control our response to things. We can make choices for the benefit of all beings, or we can make choices out of self-serving ideas, or we can make choices out of service to others' ideas. So we have those choice points available to us in any moment. And for me, if I'm in a situation where someone is verbally attacking me, which happens sometimes, not as much as it used to happen, what I realize now is that it's not that person per se, but it's a malevolent energy that is attempting to prevent me from being in my full power. And I can make a choice in that moment. I have a choice point. And in that moment, I can be energetically responsible. And in that moment, I can choose how I choose to respond in that moment, with love, with hate, with fear, or with a victim consciousness. There are so many ways I could respond to a specific situation, right? But what I've noticed is that those people, if we're dealing with people, if we're dealing with energies, entities, whatever, it's a whole different story. But the way that it shows up right now, it has been predominantly through people. So interactions, interpersonal reactions, interpersonal relations with others. So having said that, if someone is coming after you, someone is trying to prove that you are the bad guy, someone's trying to make you look like you are the one that is crazy, you have a choice. You can stop, take a deep breath, focus in the center of your beingness, the center of stillness within you, and you can ask yourself a couple of questions. One, is this mine? Is this even mine? You know? Is this resonating with me? Do I agree with this? Is this coming from my creation? Or is this coming from outside of me and being projected upon me? And really genuinely asking yourself what it is that's going on in that moment. And chances are you will find that you did not create that situation if you are a service to others person and you're not in a self-serving action in that moment. Now, if you are in self-service and you're causing a reaction in someone else, and it's clear that you've done something to cause that reaction, or maybe you can't even see it yet, checking in with yourself again and saying, did I create this, is very important. Because then taking full responsibility for your actions in that moment will make a tremendous difference in how it plays itself out. So you can always take full responsibility for your actions in any given moment, right? And not take on the projection of someone else and what they're maybe accusing you of doing or being. But it is in your highest interest to not receive their abuse. And most of the time, abuse will come from someone who is a narcissistic individual, someone who is a service to self individual, someone who is self-oriented so completely that you could be anybody standing there, right? That you could just be this fly on the wall for all they care, you know? And it'll be very clear to you when someone is that way. And narcissistic individuals tend to host malevolent energies that are out to feed off of fear, ego, and self-serving behaviors such as addictions, right? So that's a good way to tell if somebody's in their addictions, heavily in an addiction, tread lightly. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. What it means is paying attention to what's in their environment, paying attention to what you're sensitive to in that environment. Because if you're an empath, you will be sensitive to energies around you, and it will be more difficult for you to ward off the darker energies coming into your field energetically. And so a practice that is highly beneficial is to practice in the shower, is to flush out any sort of energies that you receive from the day if you take a shower at night, or in the morning when you wake up, to flush in the shower and just have the water of Gaia, the blood of Gaia, be a conduit for you to flush this energy down into the drain and down to the earth to be composted and transmuted into divine light and love. And that way, you're keeping your energy field clear, and you're keeping yourself centered in the resonance field of your own heart as a sovereign being. So I'm going to stop there for now, but just to say that right now, really keep your energy present to how you're responding in situations, and just know that you are fully and completely supported by the source beings, the source being energy, the source energy, and by the organic living network, which is not false light. And I recommend using discernment in conversations and just really start to observe and pay attention to what it is that you are experiencing in any moment, and make sure to bring things back to a place of love in your heart, where you can feel that you have done everything in your power to stay present to the wave of love. And that doesn't mean denial and denying the negativity or denying the, that there's darkness. Denial does not work. Acknowledgement and holding yourself and others accountable for the shadow is incredibly important right now. We need to all be present and allow ourselves to experience all aspects of reality, and to take full responsibility for all aspects of our reality as we go through this transition, as the cosmic radiation and the cosmic light that is depositing itself on this planet is coming in so strongly right now, and we need to be conduits between heaven and earth, and to be able to move that energy clearly through our vessels for the benefit of everyone, of all beings on this planet and in the universe. So with that, I bid you adieu. Blessings to you. Anon.